Hey everybody, welcome to the Dribble here
Welcome.
on Not Move, the NBA podcast with the Not Move Network. I am Dollface Gremlin. I've got below me the King of New York, Mr. Bando. Bando, how you doing?
I'm chilling. I'm chilling. I'm chilling.
And then we got our man in the booth, JB. He's going to be hitting us with all the
Chilling.
digits, all the information. And before we get rolling here, Bando, I want to go ahead and get business done first. Hey, everybody, if you're not getting with us on BetUS, MyBookie.ag, NFL Shop, MLB Shop, Walmart, Dubby, energy drinks, use the code not moved for all of it. You're going to get some discounts. You're going to get some good percentages towards some action. Check us out. Stay not moved with us, and we're going to be able to help you out.
That's a
So,
fact. My thing was lagging.
no worries, my man. So, the Emirates Cup games for the group play finished up yesterday, Bando, and your boys got into the quarterfinal play. What do you think about that, my friend?
My thing was lagging. Did you start growing?
Yo, can you hear me, brother? Well, Bando's suffering from some technical difficulties right now. He's going to get it back rolling here soon. But as I said, NBA finished up with some killer games yesterday in the group stage. Uh,
Yeah.
it's good to see your Knicks made it to the quarterfinals, Bando. What do you think
Yeah.
about the Knicks?
The Knicks, we had a great game. Jalen Brunson had 37, one rebound, and I believe had like 7 or 8 assists. Almost a double double. We kind of made a few mistakes during the game, like turning the ball over, not getting back on defense. There's just some stuff that we still got to work on. It's still early in the season. There's a lot of basketball left. So yeah,
Yeah,
we
I
just got
think
to make a few
what was
more
it?
adjustments.
I think what was encouraging Bando's McBride coming in with 19 off the bench.
Oh
I
yeah,
mean, I like McBride. I just don't like when he handles the ball. And with Brunson there, he comes in with a lot nicer moves. You guys did a good job on Giannis as much as you could have, but you guys really did a good job on focusing on Miles Turner as well, making sure to shut him
of
down. He was
course.
only held to 3 rebounds and 10 points, especially even on the defensive side. He did get his 2 blocks and 1 steal, but still, guys did a good job with taking care of business to get in. And you're going to face those pesky Raptors on Tuesday. That's going to be one of
Uh,
the two Eastern games. So the Raptors are who you're going to play. What do you think about the Raptors against the Knicks on Tuesday?
honestly, the Raptors have been a surprising, a sneaky team this year with the pickups of Brandon Ingram and all those other guys helping their offense with Scotty Barnes and stuff like that. So it might be a back and forth game between us.
Yeah, I like the Raptors. I like what they're doing. I like Scotty Barnes. Definitely has taken a leap forward this year. Last year, it looked like he almost wasn't going to be taking some leap like this. He wasn't going to be making such progress. And of course, Emmanuel quickly fits right in with the Raptors.
Yes.
He's the type of player they like, and he is the type of player that fits in their system. So I think this is going to be a tough game for the Knicks. But having said that, the other game that if the Knicks do win and they're able to get by, the other game is the Heat and the Magic, which the last couple of weeks here, the Heat and the Magic have really started to turn it up. Out of those two teams, Bando, who are you thinking is going to win that game between the Heat and the Magic?
Mm, I'm gonna be honest. I'm probably gonna take the Heat. I'm probably gonna take Miami on that. Cause the way how they've been playing basketball with Norman Powell and all those other guys on that team, they gonna make it a competitive game. Especially the guys coming off the bench.
Yeah, that's a good point there. One thing so I'm going with the Magic. I think the Magic are going to win. The Magic are really on a roll right now. They're figuring their team out. Yeah, it's only a 2-win roll, but They beat the Pistons recently, 112 to 109. And that was a good game. I was able to watch most of that. Desmond Bain is starting to fire up. Our boy Franz Wagner, of course, he's still maintaining. He's still doing what he does, both getting a little bit of defense, but those flashes of brilliance on offense. And
Yeah,
even without Paulo Banchero, they are starting to really fuse together, especially guys like Anthony Black coming off the bench and
with
scoring.
31.
Uh, Anthony Black is a solid player too. So,
Yeah, he dropped 31 the other night.
yeah, so like the Magic to me are really starting to come up. Not that the Heat aren't. The Heat are still they got Bam back.
Yep.
And Bam, of course, what's he do? He fits right back into the system. So
Yes.
the
And
Heat
he's a
are
dominant force.
Yeah, and the Heat are a tough team. You can't ignore the Heat. As long as Eric Spoelstra's there, I don't think there's ever going to be a time where I look at the Heat and think that they're out of a game. They got the right coach, and Tyler Hero even. He scored 29
Mm,
the other night. He's getting back on track.
yep.
Um, so in the West, though, we got the quarterfinals. We got the Suns and the Thunder against the Spurs, and the Spurs and the Lakers. So Suns and Thunder first, Bando. I
I'm
mean,
taking
I
OKC. I'm taking
yeah.
OKC.
Who else are we gonna pick? I'm not picking the Suns.
Taking OKC because I was
Uh,
watching the game. What was it? They played them what? I believe it was yesterday.
yeah, and they worked them.
And Shea dropped what I believe 34, 35,
Yeah, Shea dropped 37.
37 or something. Yeah.
And listen to this. So he drops 37. J Dub 11. Chet 23. Wallace 14. Jalen 14. Isaiah Joe 10. They are just scoring from so many different places just beside Shea.
Yes.
And then the other game, who do you think? Lakers Spurs. I think the Lakers are going to take this. They look really good as of late. Last 5 games, LeBron's returned. They've won all 5. He hasn't really been quite the LeBron that we've all seen in the past, but that's to be expected from a
Eh,
41-year-old athlete. But the Lakers are
Uh,
humming, man. They are humming. What do you think about the Lake Show?
I'm taking the Lakers. I'm taking the Lakers, especially the way how Luca has been playing. Even though he had a few bad games, he picked it up and bounced back from those bad games. And what the other night he dropped, I believe it was like I don't think it was 40. He dropped like 35, 5 and 11,
Yeah, Luca last
or
night dropped
45, 5 and
35, 5,
11,
and
something
11.
like
Nope,
that.
you got it right. He
Yep.
dropped 35, 5, and
Yeah.
11.
Yeah. So he dropped, and the way how that team is playing now, they're playing good basketball. Especially with LeBron coming back, even though he's not the same player he was a few years ago, like early on the Lakers, he's still producing for that team, man. Finding them to get wins.
And the emergence this year of Austin Reeves with Luca, those two
Yes.
really gel and mesh together. Even when it you saw in the earlier parts of the season when Luca was out a
Uh
game or
huh.
two, Austin Reeves taking over.
Yeah.
Um, it's nice to see that they're relying on Austin so much, given the last few years he's been nothing but a part of trade rumors and trade packages that people
Uh
want to see
huh.
out there. So I like Austin. I'm with you. This is the Luca and Austin show now, and it's good
Yeah.
to see that I feel like LeBron recognizes it and he's taking that back seat.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the Emirates Cup. You and I have discussed this off pod, and I feel like it's a discussion we need to have because, you know, is the Emirates Cup important? Does it really
No.
matter? This is our third
No.
season of it, right? Third season of the Emirates Cup. The first two were very lackluster, and I would venture to say that if I didn't have the names in front of me and not also being an NBA lifer, you wouldn't be able to tell me who won the first two Emirates Cups because nobody cares. Not one person. Banda, why don't the fans care?
They're trying to they're trying to make it look like soccer, literally, because soccer has in-season tournaments. I don't understand why. It's basketball, and on top of that, they trying to get more viewership from I believe Europe.
Yep.
to get attention from Europe because all these Europe guys in NBA, for example, Luka Doncic, Jokic, Şengün,
Giannis.
Giannis. Like it's just stupid. Like it makes no sense. It makes no sense to me.
Aside from some of the cool looking courts and some of
Yeah.
the cool looking uniforms, um, as a fan, I don't care. I don't care about these games. I mean, I do for the players for if they make this the quarterfinals, they get a little chunk of change. If they make this, and so on and
Mm-hmm.
so forth as they go up, the players get some change. But we just recently ran into a situation where the Lakers aren't even going to use their court because it's so disruptive. Their Emirates Cup court. They said they're going to use their regular court because they found that their court was causing issues and could hurt the players. So that's not something obviously we lean too heavily on as fans, realizing that they change these courts out all the time. Madison Square Garden especially. They have hockey games, they have wrestling events, they have basketball games. They're constantly changing the floor out. But you know this Emirates Cup just reminds me of a cash grab for the NBA. It's a
Yeah.
cash grab.
It's like like what now? What boxing they got the WBC tournament
Yep.
is like looking like that basically
Yeah.
for a money grab.
Yeah, I mean, aside from the players getting extra money, the NBA is really the one who's benefiting from this as the league. Look at all the different advertising avenues they have now,
Mm-hmm.
specifically just for the NBA Emirates Cup. Now you're looking at a lot more interest from advertisers like, oh, well, uh, cup games are going to happen here, so why not spend a little bit here so we could get full and ahead and be some of the main advertisers for the Emirates Cup. Aside from that, I don't know many fans who enjoy it too much. I really don't. Aside from like what we just said, can you name? You're in New York. You're around a bunch of hoop heads. What are they saying?
They don't like it. They don't fuck with it. It's trash. Simple like that. The only thing that's good about it is, like you said before, the jerseys and the courts. That's it. There's nothing interesting about a NBA Cup.
No, no, there really isn't. And having said that, let's pop into in the standings overall real quick. Pistons still ahead of the league. We're going to do the Eastern Conference with the Raptors still right behind their tail. Little bit
Mhm.
of shuffling here, though. The Heat are in third right now. They've popped up after being on a 6 game win streak. Then you got the Knicks, who are right below them. They're only a game behind, though. So the Knicks are chomping right on the Heat's tail. And then we're gonna finish it up with the Hawks, Cavaliers, and Magic, all because they have the same record, and at any point, any one of these teams could leapfrog each other, especially with the Cavs. They're on a two
Mhm.
game losing streak. So something isn't
Yeah.
jiving there in Cleveland for the last 2 games. We'll see what changes here coming up. Do you see anything changing coming up here in this next week between any of these teams, Bando? I think with the Knicks being back in full force, I can see them jumping the Heat here soon.
Yup. They're gonna take that spot.
I'm also looking at the Magic. I think the Magic are possibly going to jump up above the Cavaliers coming up here soon, and maybe even the Hawks, depending on Hawks seem to be rotating lineup just a little bit. They've got same key figures, but they've still got some injuries and still trying to figure some things
Yeah, they're
out.
trying to still figure out. So still trying to figure stuff out there. They always dealing with injuries. It's every year with them.
Yep. I mean, Trey Young is always one injury away from being out 20 games. So, and I believe he's injured right now, isn't he? So,
Yup.
now the Western Conference, there has been a little bit of shuffling. Of course, Thunder, they're still atop. They're still sitting heavy. They're the Kings. But Lakers in second place. They climbed up the ladder with their 6 game win streak. And right below them, we got the Rockets. followed by the Spurs and the Nuggets to average to
Oh
uh
wow, the Nuggets dropped.
the Nuggets dropped. They had a loss here recently, only one, but it seems like it's the closeness of record. All these teams right now, Nuggets, Spurs, 13-5, Rockets 12-4, Lakers 14-4. All these teams are so close. Um,
Mm,
they're
yeah,
ready to.
between a game or two games.
Yeah, one team I don't like what I'm seeing is the Timberwolves right now. They're on a 3-game losing streak.
Yeah, they're
And
inconsistent.
yeah, I know they usually last two seasons with the one with Cat and last year with Randall, they seem to really be a second half of the year team. So we'll see if they
Yeah,
jump back into that stride. And some news, Bando. Chris Paul recently announced that he's going to be retiring.
retiring after the season.
Yeah, the point guard. One of the NBA's more prolific point guards in the history of the
Yes,
game. I don't know about you, but I was always a Chris Paul fan. How about you, Bando?
I was a big Chris Paul fan. It's sad as fans to see one of the for us that's like our like one of the greatest point guards we ever seen. Even though it's sad he's gonna end his career without winning a championship, even though he deserves a championship, and there's things that he's done, he has brought, like for example, the Lob City Clippers made them a playoff team when it got there. Made the before they were the Pelicans and New Orleans Hornets, he made them a playoff team. So every team he has been on has made them a playoff team and helped them win.
Yeah, I mean, the only teams that he really didn't affect or have a huge impact on are we're talking the last, what, 3 years? The last 3 years, because even those 3 years with the Suns, he took them to the finals.
He took them to the finals.
That team was not the same until Chris Paul got there,
Yeah,
and with
yeah.
D Book, even dominating. The only time we really saw him dominating got to the finals with them. I'm a huge fan of Chris Paul.
Me too.
I think he is definitely in the top tier list of point guards of all time. I There's no doubt in my mind
He's
he's
a
in the
he's a
top
he's a
10.
top 5 point guard for me. Top 5 point guard all time for me.
Yeah, and right there, he's right on that edge for me. There's just a couple things, and I hate valuing championships as much
Yeah.
as I do, but and it's not his fault. Look at look at Chris Paul's career. You know, with the New Orleans team, nobody had any hope for that New Orleans team when he first got there, did they?
Nobody did.
You know,
Nobody did.
not one person. He wins Rookie of the Year. Right out of college, point
Mm-hmm.
guard from Wake Forest. He gets Rookie of the
Yeah,
Year.
Wake Forest.
And that's a team too. If you go back and it's when New Orleans also switched to Oklahoma City, right? It was the New Orleans Oklahoma City Hornets. Um,
Yeah, I believe so.
Look at that team around him though at that time. Chris Anderson, Birdman. He's only 4 years in. PJ Brown, who's in his 12th year there. Uh, you've got a lot of other guys too. Uh, Desmond Mason, and then you got also in his second year, J.R. Smith. So Chris Paul really
Mm-hmm.
was only surrounded by two guys, David West, who was had a couple good years there, and then J.R. Smith.
Yep.
Chris
Mm-hmm.
Paul becomes rookie of the year just by completely taking over that team. Especially, I mean, for his first year, he's already averaging 7 assists a year, almost eight. Um,
Yep.
Really
And I
incredible
believe
stuff.
I believe what I believe it was his fourth year. His fourth year, I think it was '07. Where he went crazy was what I believe he was top 5 in MVP voting, or top 3 in MVP voting.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think he was number two in 07, 08 in MVP. I think he was number two. Yeah, yeah, he was number two behind Kobe Bryant.
Yeah.
So one of the goats. He finishes second behind overall in voting, and not to mention, no, he got 28 first place votes. Kobe got 82, but for the point guard to be able to step in and get some of those first share votes, it just
Yeah.
speaks to his brilliance. I mean, uh, one of my favorite moments is that game-winning shot against the Spurs, where he just floats it over Tim Duncan with 1 second left.
Yeah, I believe that was a
Um,
playoff game,
that was
right?
the Clippers and Lob City. What just one of those classic moments. He was still hurt. His hamstring was still aching him, and this guy comes right down and puts it over arguably one of the best power forwards the game has ever seen. Um,
Yeah.
eh, Chris Paul is just
Chris
it's
Paul is
understated
one of
how
a
he really
kind.
impacted the game.
It's sad to see him go. It's sad because he was one of the most
Yeah.
entertaining point guards I've watched. One of my favorite point guards.
Yeah, I mean, the only time I ever rooted for James Harden was when Chris Paul was with him and they faced that the Warriors team that stopped them in game 7 there. And of course, our boy CP, he was hurt those last 2 games, game 6
Mm-hmm.
and 7. So
Yep.
yeah, and our boy Better's there, bringing up one of his favorite Chris Paul memories, the dunk of death on Brandon Knight from Lob Town to DeAndre
Oh
Jordan.
my god, I remember that play. That's my favorite play. That's my favorite Chris Paul play.
That's one of mine too. Just especially that face DeAndre makes afterwards. He
Oh
goes,
yeah.
ooh. Another thing that we got to talk about with Chris Paul is remember we talked about the Suns, how he helped them get to the finals.
Mm-hmm.
How about his clutch performance against the Clippers where he scores 41 and 8? Um, it's things like that where just seems like this man was plagued at the wrong time. He really is one of those guys who is so great
Mm-hmm.
at his position, but the worst things happen to him at the worst times.
He's always been in bad situations. He's always been in bad situations. Like I believe that started happening when he went to the Clippers. The injuries and all this other stuff, because he wasn't getting injured like that in New Orleans.
No, he had the one injury year in New
He only
Orleans,
had
which I
one
think
injury.
was his 3rd year, right?
Yeah, he only had one injury. And then when he went to the Clippers, that's when all the injuries happened.
Yeah, you do start seeing a lot of he only played when he was with the Clippers. He only had one full season. And that was in 14-15. Then
Mm-hmm.
every other year for the Clippers, you're looking at 60 games, 70 games, 62 games, 74 games, 61. You know, something maybe it was the fast-paced style offense, even though that's I don't think so because that's what he did with New Orleans, right? He
Yep.
fast-paced, running up and down the court. Uh Maybe it's just the style of play. I'm not sure. But Chris Paul, easily, he's going to go down as one of the legends of this game. And I really wish that he wasn't on the Clippers this year. Um, I really wish that he was on a real contender.
Yeah.
Obviously he's not going to get traded, or at least I don't think he
He
will.
wants to retire a Clipper.
And I guess what? That might be the best, maybe he considers the best seasons of his career. But having said that, Chris Paul, thank you, sir. We're going to salute you as you go off into the season. Hopefully, they
Yep.
get to utilize you a little bit more. Hopefully, you're injury free for the rest of the season so you can get your due accolades. You deserve every bit of it. And I can't wait to see the Hall of Fame commencement for when he gets in there because there's no doubt in my mind Chris
He's a Hall
Paul's
of
going
Famer.
straight to the
He's a
Hall.
Hall of Famer. He's a Hall of Famer.
Yep. I mean, just to keep it on him real quick. He's 9-time all defensive. People don't talk about that with Chris Paul. He was a 9-time all defensive player.
Us. He's one of the greatest. He's one of the greatest two-way guards. That's how I play the game.
Yeah,
And
he
especially for
led the
his
league in
size,
assists
at six
five
foot,
times. Yeah, he's the and
he's
I
six
think they're
foot.
giving him I think they're giving him some inches with those shoes because he's really only about 5'11", 5'10",
Yeah,
honestly. Um, you know, 12-time All-Star. I don't put much stock into the All-Star game nowadays.
yeah. I
I
don't.
know you don't. It's a joke. Everybody treats it like a joke now. But Chris
Before it
Paul
used to be
played in
fun to
some
watch.
early. Chris Paul played in some early All-Star games where they actually played.
Yep.
So this man, I can't speak enough good things about him. It's he yeah, looking up more. He's a 6-time steal champion on top of the 5-time assist that he had. So, geez, not just offense, right? Defense too. So thank you, Chris Paul.
Yep.
So with that, let's get into, since we are talking about Chris Paul, who are the top 10 point guards of all time. So I don't know what your list and my list will look like, because we separate from the generations of ball, because I'm the old
Mhm.
guy here in the room. I'm the old guy screaming about the old heads. I'm the young here. So
Yep.
we might have a couple different places swapped up, which I'm really interested to see. But who is your number one point guard of all time? Number one.
My number one point guard of all time. My number one is Magic. We got Magic at one. At two, I'm putting Steph Curry. I'm putting Steph Curry. Number three, I'm pro. Damn. See?
This is where it gets tough, isn't it?
Yeah, this is when it gets tough because I'm thinking it right off my brain. Like I don't have a list.
So easy. You and I, we agree Magic, right? Heads and tails above everybody
Yeah,
else.
Magic is at number one.
I have Steph at three, only because I don't think he's a traditional point guard. I think he's more of a combo guard who has actually more shooting guard tendencies than he does point guard. But because he is drafted and is listed as a point guard, you have to consider him in the conversation. So I have him at number three.
Who's at number two?
I got Oscar Robertson at number two all time. I got
I'm not.
mad love for Oscar.
Yeah,
Uh, I just appreciate what he did, being able to triple doubles now don't mean anything. They mean a lot more back in his era, and the way he played the game. You're not going to find anybody in his era who trashes anything that Oscar Robertson has done. So for me, that's why I have Steph number three, is just because Steph is technically not a point guard. He's a combo guard. That's my only reasoning for it. So who you got at number three then? You got Magic, you got Steph. Who's your third guy?
number three. I'm probably going to put.
To who?
Probably gonna put Zeke.
My man.
I'm probably
That's
gonna
my
put Zeke. I'm gonna
that's
put
my
Zeke up
number
there.
four.
I'm gonna put Zeke. I'm gonna put Zeke at three.
That's what I like to hear.
Cause I'm gonna be honest. He was the old heads Chris Paul. Undersized guard, could handle the ball, could play make, could defend for his size as well. And number four, um, damn,
So yeah, you got
Chris
Magic,
Paul, Chris
Steph,
Paul, Chris
Zeke.
Paul's number
You
four,
That's where
Chris Paul
CP,
number
he's
four,
number four. All
Chris
right.
Paul's my number four, Chris Paul's my number four, and at number five, see, this is when it gets tricky. This is when it gets tricky.
And by the way, betters, you're hitting something there. That could be a totally different category, huh? Playmakers, best playmakers of all time,
Yeah,
with
playmakers,
Jokic
not
and
point
LeBron,
guard,
right?
not point guard,
So
not point guard, not point guard.
so who you got at
Um,
five? Come on now. So you got
number
Magic,
five.
Steph, Zeke, CP.
Even though like I guess you could say you could put Bob Cousy, even though I hate to say it.
No disrespect to Celtics fan or Bob Cousy, but the era of ball, I get it completely. They were handicapped to the rules.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
looks terrible to watch, but
Uh-huh.
he was great even though he was handicapped to the rules. So I feel you. I'm with
Yeah.
you.
Yeah. Fight for him at number six. I'm gonna put put Oscar. Oscar
I
at number
like it.
six. I'll put
I
Oscar at
like it.
number six. Then number seven. Damn. Trying to think. Number seven, I'm probably going to give it to. Um, can you say AI?
So I struggle with that too because technically, if you look at it, wasn't Eric Snow his point guard at one point while he was a
Yeah.
shooting guard? Um, AI is kind of like Steph, right? He's a combo guard. He does handle the ball, but he's more of a
Yeah.
shooting guard, in my opinion. But this is your list, man. This is your top 10.
I'm gonna put
So
AI up there. To me, AI is a point guard because he's the man. He's the most he. Because name the time Eric Snow was taking the ball up the court and handling the ball and making plays and stuff like that. He was just sitting in the corner waiting for his spot, waiting in the spot. So I'm gonna put AI there, and then I'm at eight, right?
you're at number 8.
I'm gonna put Steve Nash.
There we go,
Put
Nash.
Steve Nash. Number nine, I'm gonna put J Kid.
Okay. All right.
I'm gonna put
And
J
then
Kid.
who's
Number
your number
10.
10?
Even though, like, me personally, I'm probably gonna put Kyrie Irving.
Oh, oh, in the top 10? Look at you. You're thinking twice about it. Look at you. Come on now. You know he's not top 10. Come on now. Look at you thinking twice about it. Come on now. Don't do that.
Nah. Let me be for real. Let me stop
So
trolling. Let me
number
stop trolling.
10.
Nah, I'm trolling. He's not a top 10 point guard. Hell no. He's not a top 10 point guard.
All right.
Oh, damn. Number 10. Hmm. I'll probably put Dennis Johnson.
Dennis Johnson. That's a surprising one. He
I'm
has the
probably gonna put
accolades,
Dennis
man.
Johnson.
Wow. Wow. I actually like that a whole lot more than Kyrie. The dude has the accolades.
Yep.
He has the metrics. Man, that's a good one. That is a good one. I'm kind of jealous of that one. Kind of jealous of that one. I like Dennis Johnson a lot. I think Dennis Johnson doesn't get enough love anymore.
Yeah.
Because of the era he's from. I don't think he gets enough love. So I love that. All right. So after hearing yours, I'm gonna go with mine. So I got Magic at one. There's no
Yeah, there's no debate.
there's no talking about it. You know, I'm gonna put Steph at two because, listening to how you're talking about AI, Steph does a lot of that as well. Even his off-ball movement of cutting through screens and cutting back around bends and setting up screens for his guys as a small guard. I got to give it to him. Number 2, plus all the offense. Number 3,
Yeah.
I'm going to go Oscar Robertson. That's where I think he belongs right there. Uh Number 4, Zeke. That's my man. I think as Isaiah gets lost in the point guard shuffle anymore, I think they credit him too much with being on a good team when In fact,
When he got on that team, they were nothing.
yeah, Zeke is the one who forced that change with Chuck Daly, and then Joe Dumars coming on board. We're not going to sit here and pretend like Bill Lambier was a
Then
player
Beer and
who,
then Rod.
like Rodman on defense, yeah, but it started
Like,
with Zeke, and Zeke, you got to put him at number four. Now, number five, I'm surprised you didn't put him on your list. I got Jerry West. Um, I think Jerry West needs to be on this list for point guards, given everything he has done in his career. It's really, really hard to not include him. Yeah, JB and betters. Rondo was fire. Rondo was fire, but uh,
he's not a top 10 point guard.
not top 10, but he was
Uh,
awesome. His IQ, especially Rondo, if he coaches someday, he's probably going to be a really good coach. Um, so my number five is Jerry West. My number six, I can't believe you didn't put this man on your list, and I'm a little disappointed in you.
ooh,
Gary Payton. That's my number six, is Gary Payton. Gary Payton deserves all the accolades in the world. He finally got his championship in the last few years of his career with the
uh-huh.
Heat. Happy to see it. But up until then, Gary, what they call him? What they call him? The glove. Because he would not only get you 20, get you 8 assists, he's going to lock you up. Good stuff right there. So after Gary is where I put CP. That's where I have CP3. And right after Gary Payton at number seven, I got CP3. We talked about him earlier. Just
Mm-hmm.
can't wait to see when he gets inducted. And plus, we forget about his Olympic accolades too, because nobody likes to talk about the Olympics. But that does mean something to those guys to win a gold medal.
Mm-hmm.
So our boy right there, CP3. My next one is where I put Steve Nash. Steve Nash coming in for me right there at number eight. Um, Not much to say about Nash. He's I'll contend with anybody. He deserved those MVPs, even though I know you disagree with one of them, but I still think our boy Nash deserved both of them.
You
Number
sure
nine
about
is
that?
all right. Hey, that's my opinion. I'm all for it. Yeah, that's right. JB, our man in the booth. If you remember, Nash running it with Amari, running it with Sean Marion, running the league. That's why he got MVP, running the league. So after that, I got Jason Kidd. Jason Kidd, I'm with you, top 10 all
Mm-hmm.
time. Great passer, great defender. And then finally, I got that respect factor like you do. That's where I slot in Bob Cousy at number 10, even with his dribbling, because they can't go to the side, otherwise it's a
The way how he
turnover.
was the way how he was dribbling back in the day.
Hey, the man with the underhanded free throw shots, making them every single time, like he was showing us in the great movie Blue Chips. I'll put Bob Cousy in there any day of the week.
Uh,
But now we're gonna finish off looking at some of the games coming up here. Is there anything exciting coming up on the schedule, Bando, aside from the Emirates games that you are
um,
looking forward to?
I don't. I really haven't been looking at the schedule, so I don't know what games are coming up.
So today we still got the Pistons and Heat about to be on their way here in 15 minutes. I'm looking for
Mm,
that to be a good game, obviously. Celtics and Timberwolves finished up earlier with the Timberwolves finally getting out of their losing slump, beating the Celtics 119-115. Raptors and Hornets are in the third quarter. The Raptors right now have an 83-77 lead. The Bulls and Pacers just started quarter one a few minutes ago. Pacers leading the Bulls 11-9, but rest of the night we also got the Nets and Bucks. Uh, that's probably the most boring game I could ever think of. And as even though Giannis is there,
I'm not watching that game.
it's
The
it's
Brooklyn
just boring.
Nets. So
The
yeah, go
Nets and
back
the
to
Bucks,
Jersey.
yeah. And also I don't have any interest in watching Doc Rivers pretend he's a good coach anymore. I just really don't have any interest in seeing that.
Doc Rivers coaching is a It's a circus show.
It really is.
It's a
It
circus
really
show.
is. And guys, like our man in the booth, JB is saying there, y'all can tap into us on playback for some of these games live and in living color. You can also check us out. I know Bando, me, JB, Better Betters, our boy
Mhm.
Southgate, the Coach Common, Coach, my man who I'm going to be doing a show with tomorrow for the Steel City edition of the NFL. We got our boy Tinez, Bags, the Ravens crew, who
Yeah.
I don't like those guys too much. They're okay, I guess. Steelers, Baltimore. We don't like to mix too well. But then
Never.
we got the Kings of New York. We got Zip Zap up there. We got our boy Bando, the big king of New York Bando, running it strong for us with the NBA, with the Giants coverage. We got our boy Jordan Bonilla up there, up in Mass Holes, where all the Mass Holes live. He's up there covering the Bills action. We got our boy Gumby. We got all our guys covering this as best we can with the not movement. Our boy Better
Yeah.
Betters. Make sure you check out Better Betters tomorrow, guys. He's going to get you in. He's going to fill you in with some good information you're going to want to check out every Sunday before the slate of games come in. JB, the man in the booth, and Better Betters, they fill us in, man. They fill us in all the time. So it's really cool if you guys just keep paying attention to us.
Mm.
Stay not moved with us. Check out all of our stuff again. I'm telling you guys, my bookie, Bet US, W Energy Drinks, Walmart, NFL Shop, MLB Shop, code not moved. We're able to get you all that action.
10% off.
Bando, your Knicks. You got some games coming up, my man.
Who
Got
you
some
play?
games coming up, my friend. Tomorrow, we got a preview of the Tuesday game. Raptors Knicks at 6.
Mm.
So I'm excited for that for you. That's really going to be a nice test to see if you guys can
We
whoop
can
on
compete.
them. Yeah, Raptors are such a defensive squad, but with your options on offense,
Mm.
I'm really interested to see how the Knicks are able to take them on. And then on Tuesday, of course, we got Knicks Celtics. Well,
Uh,
in
uh.
December 2nd coming up, Knicks Celtics. Uh, I don't like
Who, the
Boston. I know
Celtics?
you don't like Boston.
Yeah, that's why I had to throw up. I had to make. I just felt sick in my stomach. For me, I felt sick in my stomach when I heard Boston.
Yeah, something about the water up there, something about
Yeah,
the
it's like,
stench of
yeah,
superiority that they feel they have in the air. Something disgusting
it's
about.
like, how was Cancun last year?
Hey, I'll respect Boston. I do know that if your man Tatum didn't bust his leg, so it might be a different story. You'd still be getting sent home to Cancun more like maybe like 6 games, maybe one more game, maybe one
we,
more
we
game.
we we finished them in 6 games. We finished them in six. Beat them in six.
But hey, guys, thank you for tuning in. We're going to be back here next Saturday, same bat time, same bat channel.
Yeah.
Bando's going to be here. I'm going to be here. Our man in the booth, JB, is going to be sitting on the keys, filling us in on the good deals,
Oh,
on the good games. Hopefully, our boy Tinez might come back in action to fill us in on the Cavaliers games. Our boy Jordan Bonilla, he's going to join us at some point. We're going to have some other guests that join us. But Bando, hope we enjoy the rest of these NBA slates. Thank you for
yeah.
joining me, my brother.
You're welcome.
And see you guys. Check out our boy Better Betters tomorrow. Check out Southgate's Parlays. Signing off. Check us out. Not moved.
I moved.
This non casual podcast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or reused without the authorized written consent of the Not Move Podcast Network. Thank you, and we hope you enjoyed today's broadcast.